second down, Langford. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only are they controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the second and the third levels. You know, get to linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. Now a play fake here on first down. And he will find his man on the end route, complete. A good pickup there at 22.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Play fake. Winston. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. Working out of the gun, Winston. His throw incomplete. Mike Wallace, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up second down. We saw a lot of that a week ago defensively from him. AFC Defensive Player of the Week. Just always seems to be around the football.
I like your observation there. Understands the game, understands positioning, can put himself in the right spot, and then make a play on the football.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation.
Count me as a little bit surprised by what we just saw there, because this has been a pretty long drive, and normally you think that wears down a defense. In this case, looked like the offensive line let them down a little bit.
Yeah, allowed the penetration and the ability to stuff them for a loss. Jameis to throw it. Throw right side taken in by Wallace. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And the Ravens strike first at 3-zip. So it's our visitors who make the first dent in the scoreboard as they get 3 here on the initial drive of the ball game.
Yeah, it's hard to say who actually won that opening drive. On the one hand, anytime you can come in as a road team and get an early lead, you're going to be thrilled. But at the same time, to have the ball as deep in enemy territory as they did and come away with only 3, that's got to be a little bit of a disappointment.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Carry. Here's Marshawn Lynch. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The pickup goes for 16 and a Raider first down.
No surprise watching Marshawn Lynch scatter bodies as he runs, but I remember doing games of his at Cal, and I remember the moves, the jump cuts, the elusiveness, as well as the strength.
They run again on first down, Lynch. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
That goes down as a loss against his rushing stats. But really, should he have to absorb that one? He had no chance on that play before they overwhelmed him.
Pretty much on top of him before he could take his first step. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. Throw left side to the tight end, Walford. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll take a break and get a report from Oakland after this. And defensively going with a dime set. 6 DBs on 3rd and 4. Working from the gun, it's Carr. And he'll have his man, that's Cooper. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. A Raider first down as Carr finds Cooper.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
On first down, Carr. That's Cordero Patterson hauling it in. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. Carr to throw again. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
He better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off. Meanwhile, down in Dallas, an update from there. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. Carr looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Tyus Bowser in there to bring him down, and it'll be a play to remember for that young man. The first sack of his NFL career. On is the punter King to send it away. And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds. And they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line. The Ravens offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns. The effort's always going to be there. Everyone's always going to try and make a catch, but underthrown balls, I think, are the toughest ones to come back and get because usually your momentum's going in the opposite direction when you're trying to stop, break, and come back and get it.
To throw is Winston. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's going to get this one all the way up to the 30. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll take a break and get a report from Oakland after this. Now the offense lining up 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
2nd down following the run. They keep it on the ground with Langford. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
2nd quarter now. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Day. And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
On the counter, Langford. And he's brought down. 16 yards on that one at a Raven first.
And that's something that's been lacking in Baltimore's running game the last few seasons, the ability to really hit on a big run.
Last year, their longest run was just 41 yards all season, 4 yards per carry near the bottom of the league. Jameis now on first down. Checks it underneath to Langford. And he's going to be taken down, but not before reaching the 15-yard line. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
From the red zone now, Winston. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Jeremy Maclin, his 2nd touchdown on the season, and the Ravens will add on to their lead. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening, but they found the opening and exploited it.
Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And coming up later tonight in the NFL, we'll have the Chiefs heading down to Houston to take on the Texans. And then on Monday night, it'll be an NFC North battle. Vikings and Bears from Soldier Field.
Traditional rivals getting after it one more time.
Possible run anticipation. Here's the D-line sandwiches together. Carr now on first down. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
While we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore, I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion, and both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
Carr again here on 2nd and 10. He rifles one that's intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. And a great spot to start this drive from here. Winston now to throw on first down. Open man left side is Wallace, complete. And a big collision there as he winds up flat on his back. A good pickup there, a 22. Defensively, they just lost him. He was waving his arms saying, I'm wide open. They found him.
Yeah, and it's so interesting about when a receiver starts to wave his arms because some guys, right off the line of scrimmage, they declare themselves open. You know, those guys throw the one arm up, hit me right now. In this case, he was so wide open that he was frantically trying to...
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Jeremy Langford, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Ravens will extend their lead. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him? And you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Raiders offense now making their way back out onto the field. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
They start the drive with Lynch. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. Now Carr throwing on 2nd down. Rush coming, and he's taken down. C.J. Mosley coming hard on the blitz. He dumps him for a loss of 8. That's something you see a whole lot of, a sack of Derek Carr, and due in large part to a good O-line. Carr was sacked on less than 3% of his dropbacks last year, lowest in the league.
Oakland knew it was important to take care of their quarterback. They picked up Donald Penn, Kelechi Osemele, and Rodney Hudson in recent years, and it's paid off.
Carr and the Raiders following the sack, looking up at a 3rd and long. Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. Here's Marquette King now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. This will be fielded at the 17. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Ravens offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. And they have to be pleased with the way that they moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
On 1st and 10, Winston. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. It'll be a gain of 6, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that second down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore first down. A first down throw for Winston. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he takes this one down all the way near the 30. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Two minutes remain here in the first half. We'll come back to Oakland after this. First down, Winston. That's into the hands of Wallace over the middle. Space to run past the 20. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him? Either fellow receivers or offensive linemen. That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
And he is out of bounds, but not before taking this inside the 10 to the 7. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time, and a first down. To the air again with Winston. And this is incomplete.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. Second down following the incompletion. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. Call it a gain of 2 as they're knocking on the door now. 3rd and goal.
I have to laugh a little bit because he actually handed it off. I thought with the 2 touchdown passes he's thrown in this one already, he'd go ahead and fling and try and get a 3rd one.
Yeah, now from this spot on 3rd down, I think he'd probably throw it here.
Yeah, I don't think there's any question about it. They won't even send in a running play here, I don't believe. I think they go ahead and try and throw it for a touchdown.
3rd and goal, Winston. Now he's flushed out, and it's 6 points for the Baltimore Ravens.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that can finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. And the lead is now 24. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Oakland offense heading back onto the field to take over. Typically down in the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive. But they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. You've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time. First half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Offense readies for a 2nd and 1. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. Carr to throw on 2nd down. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right?
Ready? Blue lady. Easy. Let's go now.
10th carry now for Jeremy Langford. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
So here we go, 1st and 10 now. They go play action here on 1st down. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now. Jeremy Maclin, the intended receiver, and it's 2nd down.
Let's face it, perfection is something we all chase, whether it's playing this game or whatever we do. Hard to attain, but that's what they were searching for as that pass goes incomplete.
They go play action. Winston. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
And his kick is absolutely perfect. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Ravens out in front as we will send you eastward to Orlando and Larry Ridley. He's standing by with our EA Sports halftime report. Take it away, Larry. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. Out comes the Raiders offense. They'll go on offense first to start quarter number 3. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. They'll run again with Lynch. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup, so a good situation on 2nd and 2. It's now 3rd and 1.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
The Raiders on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Carr going to try and throw on 3rd down. Cooper's got it. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because
this is caught inside the 15. A big play there. Carr to Cooper. 56 yards. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
To throw his Carr. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. On second down, Lynch. A good display of power, but it will only get him just inside the 5 to the 4. A nice run there as he picks up 6. It's going to be 3rd and goal now. Throwing now is Carr. And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. Michael Crabtree, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Raiders get a score closer. And all about timing there on that short slant, Charles.
Exactly right. That was timed up so well. The route, the throw, touchdown.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And a good return up past the 30, but was it aided by an illegal block or a hold? Let's see. So that will push him back.
And now we know why he had a little extra space to run, don't we? An illegal block in the back, that penalty will move them back.
They run with Langford. Despite some tough running, he's still wrangled down shy of the 15. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
I once had a defensive player in the NFL tell me, if I beat and dominate the guy across from me, I'm helping my team. Well, winning one-on-one battles is always a part of the game, but when you have good team defense, as we just saw there, one broken tackle, but he didn't get away because the rest of the guys arrived to put him on the ground.
Now Jameis on 2nd down. He's going to look deep for Perriman. They've got his man complete. 20, 10, and all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Brashad Perriman, 87 yards. And the Ravens will add on to their lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go. Uh-oh, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he probably should have stayed in the end zone as he'll muster a return up to only the 14-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Get in the weight room. Get in the weight room. Now, we're waiting.
Carr now on 1st down. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. And now following that sack, looks like we've got an injured man down there on the field. We'll take a break and get a report from Oakland after this. So, boy, Derek Carr heads to the bench. And coming in is the former Florida State Seminole, E.J. Manuel. And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. And he will bring this back. It's a pick six and a Raven touchdown. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the fourth quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. That's fielded in the end zone. And with a marker down, he's up just past the 25-yard line, but I think they're going to be going backwards. Let's check the call. They'll run it now out of the gun. And good yardage as he gets this one up to about the 23. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Playing against a 3-4 front is really challenging for offensive linemen because they can do so many different things. But when you're running the football, if you can handle the nose tackle up front and it may be a guard can slide up to the second level and block a linebacker, that's when you have success running the football.
Here's Manuel. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a 4th pick. And it's 3rd down.
My man's getting a little loose with the football there, right? Interception before, almost had one here. He's got to start taking better care of it.
Yeah, really should have been back-to-back drives with interceptions. He's lucky there.
Blue 58. Blue 58. Easy, kill.
Now Manuel. Carrying one deep for Crabtree. And the defense loses him. It's complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Michael Crabtree, 77 yards. And the Raiders make some inroads here on that deficit. And the lead drops from 34 to 27. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Raven offense now, ready for another possession. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
They'll run with Langford to begin the drive. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here.
Okay, Brady, up the seat. Watch tight end. Tight right. Ready. Blue 80. Tight right.
Langford again. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's no gain on the play, and they'll remain a few inches shy of a first with 3rd down looming. They'll try to run for the first with Langford. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he's got the first down yardage there as he takes it just across midfield. 16 yards on that one and a Raven first.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground.
Tight right here.
Now a carry here for Terrence West. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up second.
Khalil Mack's starting to get a really big-time reputation as a pass rusher, and rightly so. So explosive off the edge getting to the quarterback. But he doesn't neglect his run duties as well. How about that tackle right there? Such a package he has, able to play the run and the pass so well.
Here's Langford. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. 3rd and 15 here after the 1st and 2nd down plays went in the wrong direction. Working out of the gun, Winston. And the Raiders have got him. Khalil Mack with a big-time sack on 3rd down. And it'll be a loss of 7. Here's Sam Cook now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. Back now in the East Bay. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trailing. Here's Sam Cook now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. Now the Raiders offense, they get set to head back on the field. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. 23 yards on the play. So Amari Cooper out of Northwestern High School in Miami making a nice play there.
And it's so funny that when I was going through the draft process when he came out of Alabama and was inquiring about him and his skills, they say it all began back in Miami. He really became a pro receiver at a young age because of his attention to detail and precision. But don't forget his athletic ability. That's what made that catch there.
And he did spend 1 year with Teddy Bridgewater as his quarterback there, so that helped back in high school. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Buying time to his left. And he is out of bounds, just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a 1st down.
And now a 1st down following that long gain. First down, the run with Lynch. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on 1st down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Back to throw here. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on, 3rd down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, it really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Snags it for the pick. And this one will be brought back to the 22.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent. And now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
The drive starts with a carry by Langford. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore 1st down.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. This is Langford. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Langford again, busy man this afternoon. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll make it 3rd and 13. Play action. Winston looking deep here for Macklin. He's got a man complete. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. This is Langford on 1st and 10. And he'll get 3 down to the 34-yard line.
Not much happening there on 1st down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. This is Jeremy Langford's 20th carry. Finding room to the 20. And a cut. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Jeremy Langford with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Ravens continue to pour it on. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And now here come the Raiders. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Oh, what a catch there by Cooper. A big play that time for the Raiders. 45 yards. The last drive he threw the pick, but he's not shy. He's going downfield again there.
And you can't be, because if you back off after throwing an interception, your whole game plan just goes right out the window, and it makes things easier for a defense. And you and I both know there's no quarterback in this league that's any good that doesn't throw an interception occasionally, and they usually bounce back in a big way. I've seen guys throw 5 and still find a way to win the game in the end.
Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since.
Let's go, D. 9, 398, 398.
They'll drop the throw. And he'll have his man. That's Cooper. And he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12. They've got another first down. The Raider passing game clicking on all cylinders right now. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Flush to his right. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this.
Watch right, watch right, watch right.
A 10th carry of the game for Marshawn Lynch. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down. They're going to look to throw. And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big. Well, yes, that's his 3rd touchdown catch, which is very impressive. But on the scoreboard, they're still struggling.
So safe to say that without him, my goodness, yikes, they are in major league trouble. He's doing his best to try and keep them in the game.
And the lead drops from 34 to 27. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. They have the big cushion. Here in the final stages of this one, I don't know if there's any better feeling than being up big on the road.
There really can't be, because for a team to go on the road and win in the NFL, that's huge to begin with. But just think about all the preparation that went into it. When they first started talking about this game, leading up to it during the week, going on the road, unfamiliar city, obviously, unfamiliar hotel. No one's going to be with you once you get to the stadium. They're all going to be against you. You name it, all those things they had to deal with, they were able to conquer them and do it convincingly.
Yeah, they did it very convincingly, and now the final moments of this one. Defense still with 3 timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them here as the kneel down comes. The Ravens on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Ravens, they move back over 500 at 3-2 now on the year. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Chicago Bears. Meanwhile, for the Raiders, they'll fall to 1-4 with a loss. And they will get a home date next week against the Los Angeles Chargers. So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. From Oakland, we sign off. So long, everybody.